got the National League Central taking on the East. We've got the St. Louis Cardinals as they play the Philadelphia Phillies at Citizens Bank Park. Major League Baseball on 2K Sports.
National League Baseball, and today it's the 2008 World Series champion Philadelphia Phillies. Gary Thorne, John Kruk, Steve Phillips, 2K Major League Baseball. And to look around Citizens Bank Park as the crowd settles in. We'll see Roy Halladay pitch. And as he gets going against these St. Louis hitters, what do you think's in store?
Roy Halladay's an absolute workhorse on the mound, very efficient with his stuff. He pounds the strike zone with any pitch at any time in the count, so the hitters have to be aggressive.
Time for the offensive lineup for Tony La Russa. Scouting pick, John, who are we looking at today?
Well, a guy that's been a run producer his entire career, and that's Lance Berkman. And I tell you, watch him play makes it so difficult because of the fact that he's a switch hitter. Better left-handed hitter than right-handed hitter. A lot more power from the left side. So look for the manager to try to mix and match in his game. If he comes up in a key situation, make him hit right-handed.
And kicking off our game, Skip Schumacher.
The St. Louis Cardinals, second baseman, number 55, Skip Schumacher.
And Holladay's pitch too low, taken for a ball.
Boy, he's got some kind of sinker ball right there. It looks like it's starting at the knees, and it drops right down to the ankles.
And Skip Schumacher swings and misses at that one. That evens up the count. We're talking about the sinker ball here. That's how you get those big ground ball outs and double plays.
Well, the hitter thinks he's going to center it, and then he's hitting the top part of the ball, pounding it right down into the ground.
The 1-2 pitch. And Skip Schumacher comes up empty with that swing. Strike three, he's out of there.
He gets the strikeout with the sinker ball. The ball's moving, sinking out of the zone. The hitter swinging right over the top of it.
And here's the defensive alignment for the Phillies. Particular standouts here, John?
Well, you're watching a game, you watch that outfielder and his first step, and Shane Victorino has one of the best first steps in baseball. Gets great jumps on the ball, and that's why he can track a lot of balls down in the gap and keep hitters off base and help his pitching staff.
On the way. Ball taken by Berkman inside.
Well, you knew with the fact that Roy Halladay was moving to the National League away from the American League East, where he pitched for so many.
A shot up the middle, and Rollins with a catch. Talking about domination, the American League certainly happy to see him go. A 21-10 mark, 2.44 ERA. I mean, those are Cy Young type numbers.
How about 9 complete games, 4 shutouts, 219 strikeouts. The numbers keep going. A 1.04 WHIP. Number after number represents the fact he was the best in the league.
Ball! And Pujols will take it down low for a ball. 7 ABs. He's picked up 1 hit off Halladay. And the pitch is taken for a strike by Pujols.
A strike or no strike, he's asking for trouble up there.
1-1 pitch. Here's a strike, bottom half of the zone, 1-2 now.
Well, I'm going out of the zone right now, Gary, trying to get him to chase something rather than giving him a good pitch to hit.
You're out. And Pujols looks at strike 3, and he's gone. So 1-2-3 inning for Roy Halladay. He's got 2 strikeouts already. First look, Philadelphia bats coming right up. It's going to be Chris Carpenter on the mound. He'll get the start for St. Louis. And what is this Philadelphia lineup going to see from him today, Steve?
Chris Carpenter does not go up there looking for the strikeout. He wants to retire hitters early in the count, so he looks to throw strike 1. You've got to be aggressive early, because when he gets strike 1, you don't know what pitch will come next in that sequence.
Rollins hits this one. Freeze fields that one. And that'll retire Rollins. got a moment to show you the Phillies lineup. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, it doesn't matter if it's a right-hander or a left-hander. Chase Utley handles them equally as well. And look, a lot of times when lefty facing lefty, you want to try to keep that front shoulder, and Chase Utley's not adverse to letting one hit him so he can get on base for the guys behind him. Do anything he can to help his team win.
Now we'll take a quick look at the Cardinals and how they're lined up on the field. Infield, outfield factors in this one, John?
Well, an extremely gifted athlete is Colby Rasmussen. He's so gifted he can play anywhere in the outfield. Typically, would you like to see him in center field because of his great athleticism and his great throwing arm, but he's just as adept at playing any other position, and he can take one out of the park, too.
Ball! Carpenter, too far outside. That's a ball.
Well, not a lot of teams could slow down the Phillies in 2010. But as a group, the National League Central held their own against them. The Phillies had the edge, but it was pretty close.
Oh, yeah. Way to push one over, Carlos.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball, Polanco. And Terrio picks that up. And Polanco is retired. Yeah, 21-19 mark against Central for the Phillies. That's a bit of a surprise, Steve.
I think a surprise, the Pittsburgh Pirates winning 4 out of 6 games and the Cubs winning 4 out of 7 games. Two teams that really struggled all season in the Central.
And a shot here for Chase Utley with 2 down. Hitting .250 lifetime against Chris Carpenter. And it goes foul. Yeah, with 2 strikes on him now, Utley needs to protect, just make contact.
You can see that big curveball just give the jelly leg to the hitter. He was way out in front of it and had no chance of swinging at it.
Foul! It's fouled off. Curveball, that tied him up in knots. Swung on and missed. Side retired. The kind of hitting the defense likes. 3 up, 3 down. Both teams still looking for that first run here in Philadelphia. Citizens Bank Park on a really beautiful day here in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, in good weather. Holiday with the delivery. That one fouled off by Holiday. Holiday delivers the strike, and it's now 0-2.
Looking for the ground ball out, trying to get the hitter to roll over on it. Throws that sinker on the outside corner.
And Holiday swings right through that one. Strike 3.
79 on the gun. And look at the break on that pitch on K-King. Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact with that one.
It's Rasmus at the plate.
Well, just take a look at the last 3 years for Roy Halladay, and you can't see why the future isn't going to be any better, knowing that he gets to pitch in the National League and he has to face a pitcher who has to hit against him. But his last 3 years, a sub-3 ERA, dominant.
Misses outside for ball 2. And that dominance that John was talking about with Halladay, he also is a workhorse. He just generates scoreless inning after scoreless inning year after year.
I mean, 230 innings pitched each of the last 3 years, 9 complete games in each of those years, and that shows he's a very efficient pitcher that utilizes his stuff and goes deep into the game.
Lays off that time, but it's in there. A knee-high strike evens things at 2.
Now, Gary, he's in a little bit of trouble right now with 2 strikes. They're probably going to try to get him to chase that curveball.
He can't connect on that one. Colby Rasmus comes up empty on that swing.
You've got to have better plate discipline than that. With 2 strikes, you need to be defensive and try to make contact. But when you get a fastball, you need to read whether it's a strike or not.
And let's take a look as Freese stands in to hit. A lifetime .312 against the Phillies. That one's high. Holiday doesn't fool him.
I'm not sure I like this cut fastball up in the zone right here. It's a pitch you want to get down in the zone to run off the corners. Don't leave it over the plate.
And a ground ball, Howard. And he'll step on first to retire the side. And nothing across here in this half of the inning. Shutout baseball. We're in Philadelphia. And if you're just joining our 2K Sports Major League Baseball broadcast with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. It's fouled away. And it's 0-2, Ryan Howard. He'll be swinging at anything close here.
But with the swing like that, there's no wonder why he's getting sliders right there. Tough pitch to hit out of the ballpark, but give the hitter credit. He's trying to do it anyway.
Carpenter too far outside. That's a ball.
On this 1-2 count, the batter has to protect the plate. The numbers indicate he's willing to chase if you throw it out of the zone.
And that one swung on and missed by Ryan Howard.
That's a big breaking ball, just at 75 on the gun.
Well, sometimes you get fooled so badly, there's just nothing else you can do but hope and pray that you put the ball in play, hopefully foul, to get another pitch to hit.
And it's Raul Ibanez in the box now.
You know, 2010, we saw a real disparity between home records and road records, and the Cardinals certainly got hit with that as well. They really scuffled playing road baseball.
Strike started off the at-bat 0-1. Cardinals so good at home, as we talked about, but 34-47 on the road.
And that really is the thing that cost them that division to the Reds. And it's surprising to me. You would think a Tony La Russa's team would have that same discipline on the road that they did have at home.
That one fouled off by Ibanez.
Come on, Billy, do this! Let that thing roll!
A swing and a miss, strike three, but a chance at first. And there's the throw down to first base, and they got him.
Nice play by the catcher. Time to get out of the crouch and get it over to first base ahead of the batter. Sometimes these things can get away from you. He did a great job keeping it in front.
Good hustle and a great arm. Here's Shane Victorino now, 2 down. He's 1 for 3 off Carpenter. Here's the pitch. Way out there with the curveball, 1-0.
They went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
Victorino, a ground ball. Shoemaker's got to play. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. 1-2-3 inning for Chris Carpenter. He's off to a commanding start. Up next, Cardinals.
The plate for the St. Louis
Leading it off, Yadier Molina.
For Yadier Molina.
And Ruiz is calling for the pitch. Grounded softly to short. Picked up by Rollins. And so Molina retired.
Oh, Gary, he's pitching well right now. And that's 7 straight that he's retired. He is really locked in.
And it's Ryan Theriot at the plate.
Well, everybody in baseball knew that Roy Halladay was one of the special pitchers going in Major League Baseball, but a lot of questions about what would he be able to do in the postseason. Well, question answered in his first postseason start when he threw a no-hitter against the Cincinnati Reds.
First pitch, a sinker in there, 0-1. And certainly Halladay, guys, is recognized as somebody everybody wanted to pick up. He is, despite the fact all the postseason wasn't good, the guy you want on the mound in big games.
You know, John, I'm with you. When you have a pitcher who knows he's under pressure and there's great expectations and he throws his best, that tells you so much about what's inside of him.
And Theriot works this one to his count, 3-1. Just 1 for 5 lifetime off Halladay. 3-1 is a cutter. Can't catch up to it. 3-2. Theriot set. Here it comes.
You're out.
On a strike 3, Ryan Theriot. No hack on that one.
Usually a ground ball pitcher with the sinker ball in his repertoire, but today getting the strikeouts, his 5th punch out on the sinker.
It's going to be Carpenter now in his 14th season. 2 outs and nobody on. Cut fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. Holiday with the delivery. Ball lays off the curveball. Good pitch though. 1-1.
Trying to catch the hitter off balance, trying to lock him up, throwing that curveball in the inner part of the plate. I'd much rather see it down and away though.
1-1 pitch is a cut fastball taken for a strike. 1-2.
Well, if he can throw this cutter down and away like this, he's going to be very effective. That's an outstanding pitch.
Ended this inning with a nice piece of pitching work as he gets the K. No hits, nobody left on, and a good defensive half inning. Both teams still looking for that first run here in Philadelphia. It'll be the bottom third of the order coming to the plate. And it's Dominic Brown to lead us off.
Number 9, Dominic Brown.
Ball one.
Carpenter too far outside. That's a ball. Here's the 1-0. Low for a ball, and it's 2-0. Foul straight back. A swing and a fly ball to left center field, and Terrio's there. 1 away. And Ruiz settles in.
Well, another terrific year for Chris Carpenter, and a guy coming off Tommy John surgery. You don't know what's going to happen, but this guy is a workhorse, going deep into ball games, taking the ball every start. He is what you would call an ace of a staff.
Sliders in there, no balls and a strike. Well, Carpenter, certainly fair to say the 16-game winner last year still may be one of the underrated pitchers in baseball, even with the awards he's taking home.
You know, we can look at his health past, but the reality is he threw 235 innings in 2010, so still a workhorse. He's very efficient with his stuff, which allows him to go deep into the game for Tony La Russa.
Swing and a miss, slider, 2 down.
That's a lot of movement there for a pitch at 87 miles per hour.
Fantastic piece of pitching to get that out, John.
Well, that's the part of pitching you love. He's looking for a fastball. He's expecting a fastball, and then just drop one right off the table. What a pitch.
Base is empty with 2 outs. Can't wait long enough for that one, and he starts out with a strike.
Well, if he wants a strikeout, he's going to the curveball. It's one of those ones he could break down in the dirt. He gets so many swings on it, but he's got to trust his catcher.
Carpenter with the windup. And he's on in front on that pitch, so he's in the hole now, 0-2. We don't see many pitchers, Steve, what we're talking about here, where their best pitch is that big breaking curveball.
Well, I tell you, that's why they teach young kids in the minor leagues. They teach all of them how to throw a curveball because it is a put-away pitch.
Oh, man, there's the big bender. Struck him outside, retired. And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. And here at Citizens Bank Park, we await the first run of the game. Top of the lineup coming up. For those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Here's the first pitch. Sinker swung on, missed, 0-1.
Now, Gary, they're going through the lineup the second time around right here. They don't have any hits, so they've really got to start thinking about what are they doing at the plate and should they be more aggressive right now.
Holiday delivers the strike, and it's now 0-2.
Well, I tell you what, you throw a cutter with that velocity, that's a great pitch. You understand why the hitter swung late.
Swung on, grounded towards the hole. That's 1 away.
Well, nice play at third base right there. Stays with it. A tough play, able to get the runner just in time.
1 out. Lance Berkman will stand in. Lined out in his last at bat. First one to Berkman. Here's the pitch. Berkman fouls it away. That's a strike. Berkman's going to have to take a defensive stance now.
He gets 2 quick strikes on the hitter, but he can't be too selective now. He's got to go right at him.
We'll get you, Lance. Losing this one, Lance. You're out.
And he strikes out Lance Berkman. Got him that time. He just froze, watched it.
Let's see the pitch in the K-cam. It was a 12-6 curve.
Well, you'll see this one headed for the outside corner of the plate. And I think the batter might have gotten fooled looking for something else because that was definitely a hittable pitch.
And you get a note like that, he's going to head back thinking about that and not wanting another at-bat to end that way. 2 outs, bases empty. Holiday with the delivery. And the pitch is taken for a strike by Pujols. A career .268 hitter against the Phillies. 0-1. Holiday kicks and delivers. Strike 2. Now no balls, 2 strikes. Pujols needs to protect that strike zone.
At 0-2, you're in complete control right now, so I'm throwing him something out of the strike zone to see if I can get him to chase.
Well, that half inning came to a close. A strikeout ended it. Perfect through 4, and he is dealing.
Well, he's done everything you want out of a starting pitcher. He set the tone early and keeps it going now.
Both teams still looking for that first run here in Philadelphia. The top of the order is due up next. And Carpenter has him 0-1 with that called strike.
Well, clearly the pitcher's in control right here. This guy really struggles on the fastball when he's behind in the count, so look for the heat.
That swung on a liner here. And that'll retire Rollins.
He's retired 10 in a row. The hitters are completely overmatched right now. He's got it all going on.
So with 1 down, we'll see Placido Polanco.
Well, Chris Carpenter continues to be a stellar performer, and after Tommy John surgery, you never know how a guy's going to come back. Well, this is one of the success stories. Chris Carpenter, one of the best in the business.
0-1 count as that started off with a strike. Telling you about that injury John was. A smash between short and third. And he's out at first. What an out. He makes a terrific play and a fine throw.
Well, this should have been a base hit. The hitter thought the ball was going through, but a tremendous effort keeping it in the infield and getting the out.
And a shot here for Chase Utley with 2 down. Hitting .324 lifetime against the Cardinals. First pitch on the way to Utley. That's on that off-speed pitch, but can't connect. 0-1. Carpenter can't get him to swing at a pitch down low.
Scouting reports indicate when the count is 1-1, he's really aggressive, so I'm being real careful on this pitch.
Ground ball by Utley. And that one is through. That's their first hit of the game. He'll hold there at second base, crediting with a double.
Well, this man was flawless the first time through the batting order, setting him down one after the other. But that looks like to me the hitters have made some adjustments. We'll see if the pitcher can adjust to them.
And it's Ryan Howard at the plate. And he really gets a lot of attention. It doesn't matter whether he's home or on the road. Runner on second and 2 outs. And now Howard gets towards the middle. And it's through. Credit Howard with a single. And Utley's on his way home. And he's in there.
Well, you love the approach right there. He didn't try to do too much. Wasn't trying to be the hero. Just get that RBI and get that first run on the board.
There's a runner on for Raul Ibanez. Now this offense, Steve, it's on the move, and now they'll try and carry this on in the ballgame.
Well, you have to credit this lineup, Gary. Some quality at bats right now and taking advantage of the opportunities, and now they have a lead.
First pitch on the way to Ibanez. Swings at that fastball and misses. 0-1. And it may be early going. They've got a chance though to maybe put this ball game away and put a little defeatism on the other side.
Well, what I really like is their approach at the plate. They're waiting for their pitch, and when they get it, they're driving it, taking advantage of every mistake the pitcher's making.
That one fouled off by Ibanez. Curveball, that tied him up in knots. Swung on and missed. Side retired. First sign of life here, batting-wise, fourth inning. The Phillies lead 1-0. Out of the order due to bat next.
Stepping up to the plate for the
Leading it off is Matt Holliday.
Number 7, Matt Holliday.
Holliday with the delivery. There's a swing and a liner towards first. And it's caught. The play by Howard.
Well, it's now a Baker's dozen. 13 in a row he set down. Absolutely lights out. What a performance.
One down. Here's Colby Rasmus. Here's the first pitch to Rasmus. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
On a lot of issues off the field for Colby Rasmus. Some people thought he didn't want to be in St. Louis. He wanted to go somewhere where he can be a full-time player. But those talks were quickly squashed, and he said he wants to stay in St. Louis for a long time.
Curveball swung on and missed. The count 1-2. For Rasmus, who John was talking about, going through those things off the field during the last year and still producing, that's a real positive sign for his career.
Well, it is, but I think he has to understand, if you're going to play for Tony La Russa and the St. Louis Cardinals, they mix and match to try to put players in a position to be successful. You have to take the playing time when you get it.
Well, even though he got ahead in the count here at 1-2 very quickly, you know he's in for a battle because this guy will shorten up just to put it in play. The pitcher has to be at the top of his game, even when he's ahead in the count, to get this guy out.
Got him there. That was a nice strikeout. One more sent back to the bench, and in the fifth, what
Gary,
a trend.
You know, Gary, you look at it second time through the lineup, you think they might be able to make some adjustments, but not yet.
2 outs and nobody on. Unable to make contact with the pitch from Holliday.
You know, I know we're not supposed to say anything about no-hitters, so I would never say anything about that, Gary. But
don't worry.
You know, I don't think they have any hits here, and we're, moving through the middle part of the ballgame.
Cutter misses, and it's 2-1.
It's a good pitch with a cut fastball. When you're throwing this pitch, you want to start it on the corner, run it off the plate, trying to get the hitter to chase. Good piece of hitting to lay off of it.
Good pitch at the knees. Battles back to work at full.
Well, full count with a fastball pitcher on the mound. Look for him to use that in this situation.
Lost him. Ball 4. Potential tying run is on.
Well, you just saw a great deal of plate discipline right there on the hitter. Maybe a little fatigue on the pitcher's part. They're not used to throwing that many pitches in one at bat, but the hitter wins it and gets that base on balls.
Well, 2 outs in the inning.
Molina, the ground ball, picked up by Rollins. Throw on to second base, forced play, side retired. Through 5 innings now, and still zeros up there.
Well, the hitter's just not able to pick the pitch up out of his hand right now. He's got deceptive stuff.
Still unable to score. St. Louis still 0. Due up 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Leading it off, Shane Victorino.
Number 8, Shane Victorino.
First pitch to Victorino. Ball 1. And Carpenter gets in too close. That's taken for a ball.
He's not very aggressive on an 0-1 count, Gary, so I think as a pitcher, you have to get in the zone right now. You don't want to go down 2-0.
Victorino, a ground ball. That's one away.
Right fielder, number 9, Dominic.
And we're going to see Brown here. He flew out his last time up. Base is empty, 1 out. And the first pitch. And Carpenter gets him swinging for the first strike.
Well, he fooled him right there. That two-seam fastball has to be down in the zone to be effective, but it looked like he was looking for a different pitch.
It's the curve by him that time. He's in control with that 0-2 count.
Whoa, look at that big 12-6 breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch for any hitter to stay back on.
Ball.
Out in front, swinging early.
Here's a curveball that bounces to the plate. The pitch. Smash towards the hole. That one right through the defense. A base hit. So Carlos Ruiz will come up now.
He takes this 1-2 pitch down in the zone. He's able to go down and get it. Get a good part of the bat on the ball and pick up the base hit.
That's a tough pitch to hit. When you're behind in the count, you just want contact, and he got it. Now Molina sets up. And Carpenter outside the strike zone with that one. Pauses, and now the 1-0. 1-0 is a fastball that runs away, 2-0.
Trying to get the ground ball out. You throw that two-seam fastball away from the hitter, trying to get him to reach and roll over it. He laid off of it here.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Ruiz hits this one. Gets one at second. And they get two. Great double play. No runs, one hit, and no one left on base. Phillies 1, St. Louis nothing. Another chance for the leadoff hitter coming up in the inning.
Now batting for the St.
And it's Ryan Theriot to lead us off.
Number 3, Ryan Theriot.
And Theriot ready. First pitch. And Holiday misses outside. That's taken for a ball.
Look, here as we move through the middle part of this ball game right now, they just cannot mount any offense at all. No hits. And I'll tell you what, this pitcher is just shutting them down.
Swung on, hit. It's going to be to Victorino. And it falls in there for a base hit.
Well, this young man deserves a great ovation. I'm sure he's going to get it. He's allowed only that one hit coming here in the 6th inning.
It's going to be Carpenter now. Struck out swinging last time. The runner on first, no outs. First pitch on the way. Ball. Here's the 1-0 from Holiday. And he lays one down here. Holiday. Too late, and he is safe at second. A prime chance for production for the Cardinals.
Rule number 1 in Major League Baseball is know what to do when the ball's hit to you. He clearly didn't remember.
A high pop-up. Howard to field this one. And the infield fly rule being signaled.
Well, that's a big first out of this inning. Now let's see if we can come back and get out of this thing unscathed.
Lance Berkman hitting 2 runners on.
A disappointing season in 2009 for Lance Berkman. Let's see what can happen this year, because he has the potential to be an all-star, but he has to turn it around quick.
And he leaves that one alone. Lance Berkman with patience to even it up. You know, John Berkman struggled to hit for power, and the trade to the Yankees didn't help because he wasn't playing every day.
He wasn't playing every day, and I really do think that he's lost his stroke a little bit. He just doesn't have that bat coming through the zone nearly like I've seen in the past.
Berkman battling here, fouls off another.
Well, anytime you're behind in a count, and in this case the 1-2 count, you have to maintain that focus. You have to really be dialed into what the pitcher's throwing. You have to get in that defensive mode, though. Make sure you can foul off, and that's what he did there to keep himself going.
Oh, man, this is where Albert Pujols could really light this thing up right now.
Two down. Runners at first and second. Fouled off. Foul ball. And Pujols watches that one go by. Count is even.
For some reason on the 1-1 count,
There's a swing and a line drive. And that gets down. Pujols picks up the base hit. And he scores. That is the tying run.
Well, when the hitter stepped up the plate, the last place he expected to get a hit from a pitch was one inside off the plate. How he swung at it, how he got the bat on it, unbelievable job. No one will know that. Good job of hitting.
Matt Holliday looking to knock in a run here. Well, this offense now really a renewed momentum, Steve.
That's a good piece of hitting we saw right there, Gary. Quality at bat, coming up with a big hit to tie this one up.
There are big at-bats, and that was one of them. And Holliday's pitch too low, taken for a ball.
You know, Gary, talk about big at-bats. Well, in those at-bats, you have to battle, and that's what they're doing. And they now have shifted the momentum. Let's see if it can continue.
That one fouled off by Holiday. Holiday with the delivery. Struck him out. That's going to be 11 in the game. So they scratch across a run. 3 hits and a couple left on. Tie ball game here in Philadelphia. End of the order, ready to do some work at the plate. And if you are just coming on board, Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips. John Kruk, as we bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Here's the first pitch. And Carpenter has him 0-1 with that called strike.
This is where you want to go with the breaking ball, to the outside corner. Paint the black. Get the call. The hitter gave up on it. He got the pitch he wanted.
The 0-1 delivery, curve, swung on and missed. 0-2. There's a ground ball. That's foul. Fastball swung out and missed. Struck him out. One away.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
Here's one away, and here's Jimmy Rollins in. Batting average for him, just 190 against Chris Carpenter. First pitch on the way to Rollins. It's strike 1. Can't make contact on the fastball.
Well, a lost season in 2010 for Jimmy Rollins. Great expectations coming in, hopefully to get his team back to the World Series for a 3rd consecutive year. But he was hampered by the injuries and hit a career low of 243.
Carpenter with the windup. Swung on, liner to right. And that's going to be a base hit for Rollins. Well, Placido Polanco coming up. I think with Jimmy Rollins and the injuries John was talking about, if he gets a full season in, he's got one of those comeback player of the year awards on the way.
You know, I'd like to think so. He's going to become even more critical with the loss of Jason Worth. They're going to need Rollins to pick up some of that production.
Fresh count on Polanco. Here's the delivery. Fantastic chance here. Just kind of lean in, Steve, and slap that thing the other way on that kind of pitch.
Yeah, that you can't pull that pitch. If you do, it's going to be a ground ball to short. You want to punch it to right field. He's one of the best at doing it.
Carpenter too far outside. It's a ball.
Well, he had the right idea in mind, trying to get that fastball down.
Hit in the air to center field. And it's going to be Holiday. Didn't have a problem getting over there in time.
Well, he keeps the runners right where they are, so now he's just an out away from working his way out of danger and keeping this game tied.
Here's the delivery. There's a swing, line drive, center field. And in there, he's 2 for 3 today. He scores, counted, and no longer tied. So now the WPA graph will show us how much of a difference that run batted in means with their chances of victory.
Well, the hitter makes an adjustment going down on the pitch at the bottom of the strike zone and drives it here.
And you get a run scored if you're in that at-bat. What you want to do is make contact. He did. That pays off. And it's Raul Ibanez in the box now. Offensive production. Boy, does that look good as you move along later into a ball game, and they've got a lead.
You know, Gary, that at-bat we just saw could prove to be the most critical at-bat in this ball game as they've now taken the lead.
Could be one of those situations that decides the ball game. Right now, it looks like their offense is ready to start clicking. He got him. So far, 8 strikeouts today. So they scratch across a run. 3 hits and a couple left on. The Phillies gaining the upper hand here. Middle of the lineup coming along.
Now up to the plate.
It's Rasmus at the plate. 0 for 2 thus far.
Number 28, Colby Rasmus.
First pitch, here it comes. Swung on, line softly, left side. And it's in there, the tying run on board.
Now up to the plate.
Well, a nice piece of hit right there. You get on base to start the inning with no outs. And, you know, all it does is you want to just keep the line moving if you're the guys behind him.
And let's take a look as Freese stands in to hit. Drew a walk as last time. And a swinging strike on the first pitch by Holiday, 0-1.
Well, now that he's in the hole and behind, I suspect we're going to see a heater coming in there.
And Howard keeps him close to the bag. Here's the pitch. A swing and a foul off to the right side. And Ruiz is calling for the pitch. Got him. That is strikeout number 12.
That's a pretty fast pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
Well, this one was running down and away, but even if he didn't swing at it, it might have still caught the corner.
Yeah, John, that pitch was pretty perfectly placed.
Nothing you can do about it.
Now the first pitch. Now here's a grounder towards the hole.
Perfect situational hitting. This is exactly the time you want to go the other way.
And what we're talking about is taking the ball where it's pitched. It's outside, go the other way. Now, Ryan Theriot. He's got a great opportunity now to help the Cardinals. And a strike. Halladay catches him looking. And a ground ball. Howard.
That's a big second out right there, holding on to a slim lead. Now he's got a chance to get out of this thing without any major trouble.
Molina on second. Rasmus the runner at third. And that one misses. Halladay trying to find the strike zone. He misses on the inside delivery.
Well, looking at this guy's pitch count, he's up over 80 pitches thus far. You wonder how long they're going to let him go.
Curveball just off the black, and it's 2-1.
They tried to go backdoor with the curveball right there, but just couldn't catch the outside corner.
The 2-1 pitch. Sinker is in there. Call the ball. Beg your pardon. 3-1.
That's a good spot to miss with that thing, just off the corner.
The 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air to left center. This one to Victorino. That'll do it as Ibanez puts that one away. They pick up no runs on 2 hits and strand 1. Philadelphia still ahead. Looking ahead, 6, 7, 8. They're due up. And Victorino's batting.
Number 8.
And it'll be Trevor Miller doing the pitching. They've decided it was time to make a change here.
Well, Trevor Miller's another one of these left-handed pitchers that comes out of the bullpen, and he is absolutely a definition of a specialist. He's a lefty that's going to come in just to face the tough lefties on the other team. It's a tough responsibility, but he has the arsenal to do it. Not overpowering, but he changes arm angles. He'll drop down on lefties and throw that big slider that sweeps away from him. He's very effective and a useful pitcher on your team.
That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. And Victorino's got himself a single.
Well, that's the start they wanted right there. You get the first guy on with the inning, no outs. Big things could happen now.
And we're going to see Brown here. Base hit his last time. Victorino's got first. He's running towards second. And they've got him in the pickle now. One out, nobody on. Miller sets and throws. That curve is just a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
He's a very patient hitter, Gary. He likes to work the count, make the pitcher do a lot of work out on the mound. But you got to go right at him right now and try to even it up.
1-1 on the way. Swing and a bouncer up the middle. So Brown is retired.
Number 51, Carlos Ruiz.
And Ruiz settles in.
We're going to the bullpen right here. That's his chess move. Let's see if it's checkmate.
We got another shot after hitting into that double play last time up. settling in. He hit into a double play as last time. Base is empty and 2 down. Here's the first pitch. And that's taken for a strike.
Well, the hitter didn't like that one, but that's a strike. He hit the inside corner up in the zone. Got to swing the bat.
Waves at that fastball in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, he's in trouble right here, Gary, and he knows it. He knows he gets a little overly aggressive on the 0-2 pitch. Let's see how good a pitch they give him.
So he ended that half inning with a strikeout. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. Philadelphia 2, St. Louis 1. It'll be the leadoff man trying to get things going here. And the first pitch. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
Oh, you go to the 8th inning right here, and obviously the game getting much shorter here. 2 innings left in this one, and you've got the 1-run lead. But you have to go out there and try to get something going and force. Them to put the ball in play. Do not give free passes. Do not let them get on base easily.
Good sinker that time, but it's ruled a ball. 1-2.
But it's a good spot to miss with that thing, just off the corner.
Skip Schumacher isn't fooled by that pitch. The count is even. Here's the pitch. Swing and a rocket toward short. Rollins picks it up. And Schumacher retired. One out. Lance Berkman will stand in. Hitless so far. He'll get another shot at it now. First one to Berkman. Here's the pitch. Ball. That's a ball. Holliday misses.
Well, I think for the pitcher's perspective, keep the ball down, keep it in the ballpark, and keep it out of the gap. Force them to hit singles and lump hits together.
That one is swung on and missed by Berkman, an even count.
Well, that's just textbook pitching right there. Exactly where you want to put the breaking ball. Either keep it down at the knees or even bounce it in the dirt if you have to get the hitter to swing over top of it. That's what he did there. Great pitch.
Struck him out. 13 Ks, 1 game.
So this punch out right here will keep this game close as it gets later and later.
Took only 4 pitches on that at bat to get him out of there.
Man, not a quality at bat right there. He didn't make the pitcher work. He got out of there quickly.
And a chance here with 2 down for Albert Pujols. Drove in a run earlier in the game. First pitch to Pujols. That swung on and hit. Brown ready. That one's grabbed. Side retired. And they aren't able to get anything going in this half inning. 3 up, 3 away. Phillies still enjoying the lead. End of the order is going to try and kick it off offensively. And we got Holliday batting. He'll start things. Off, bottom half, 8th inning. Glode settles in. He'll grab a bat and hit here.
Now being brought in now to hit for the pitcher. Hopefully he can get a base hit and see if they can increase this lead.
McClellan too far outside. That'll be a ball. That's off the plate and low. 2-0.
They tried to go backdoor with the curveball right there, but just couldn't catch the outside corner.
Fastball can't catch the corner. He's behind 3-0.
The last thing you want to do as a pitcher is walk the leadoff hitter in any inning. All they can do is set up bad things for the remainder of that frame.
Well, he didn't want to lay it right down the middle, but he misses with this one low, and now he's walked him on 4 pitches. He's got to settle down.
Here's Jimmy Rollins. Mayberry Jr. is going to come into the ball game now and run.
Well, they needed a little extra speed out there to cover the bases, potentially steal a base. Let's see if this added speed pays off.
First pitch on the way to Rollins. And the pitch from McClellan too far inside. That'll go as a ball. And a swing and a miss by Rollins. Count is knotted up.
I'll tell you what, that two-seam fastball is a tough pitch to hit out of the ballpark, but he was trying. Give him credit. Came up empty.
1-1 is a changeup that misses. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Hit up the middle. It's one. Decides not to try for the double play. Hangs on to it. Tell you what, Steve, that really was a great play and well worth another look.
Now, so many good things going on right there. Well executed play.
So here's the bat. Placido Polanco. Runner at first with one down. Fresh count on Polanco. Here's the delivery. And the pitch from McClellan. That is good. That's for a strike.
Tough pitch to hit right here when you run this fastball up and away. You have to elevate your...
Oh, he takes off for second. They're going to have to quit making so many throws if they're going to get this guy out. The tag, and they got him. He got him. Good pitch to throw on, Steve.
Well, he had the fastball, and it was set up in the right spot. And he had a quick release to gun down the runner.
He delivers. That one fouled off by Polanco. And the low pitch from McClellan. That'll be for a ball.
Now, 1-2 is a pitcher's count, so there's no reason to give him a good pitch to hit right here.
Good patience there. Placido Polanco lets that one go by. For a ball. Count is even.
We started the curveball away, and it broke further away just off the plate.
Picked up by Pujols. And they get him at first base. Good hustle by the pitcher to get over there.
Now, great work by the pitcher there. He's normally not called upon to play first base. He does a nice job completing the task and getting the out.
Nothing.
Coming to bat.
I'll take a look at Matt Holliday out there. He's just itching to come up big for his team.
What he's trying to do at the plate here in the last inning is get this ball game tied up.
Now, Gary, the key is to not let him get on base. Clearly, he doesn't want to give up a home run, but he wants to keep him off base and keep the tying run from coming to the plate.
And out on the mound, we've got Brad Lidge. Holliday hits this one, and the tying run is on.
Well, anytime you can get on base with no outs to start an inning, you know that an extra base hit will probably score you. But even if the batter behind you can figure out a way to get on base, now you have the potential for a huge inning.
Colby Rasmus, your opportunity right now. A look at the numbers in this matchup. 207 off Philadelphia.
Well, not much speed at first base right here. When you're down by a run, it sure would be nice to have somebody in who could run. They might have to look at the bench and see what options they have.
The 1-1 now. Working the inside part of that plate. 1-2.
Well, it looks like a fastball coming out of the pitcher's hands. As soon as you start to swing, all of a sudden it starts running in on your knuckles. Great pitch and a bad swing.
Well, he finished that one off with a strikeout. Nice pitch.
Now, good pitch right at the knees there. He swung right over the top of it and just couldn't put it in play.
Holliday is leading off first. Lidge gets set and delivers.
0-1.
Paints the lower outside corner. Call strike one.
Now, when he's behind in the count, he's just not a good fastball hitter, so I expect him to attack him with the fastball.
And here's a big swing and a miss. 0-2.
Let's see what he's going to do 0-2. The hitter's got to be guessing right now.
Sliders swung out and missed. 2 down.
Just drops that one in there. Good break on it. 83 miles per hour.
Well, sometimes you get fooled so badly, there's just nothing else you can do but hope and pray that you put the ball in play, hopefully foul, to get another pitch to hit.
First pitch on the way. And he watches the outside pitch from Lidge for a ball.
Well, you see, he just missed with that fastball right there away. Let's see if they try to come back inside to try to jam him.
And Molina watches it low. In 10 opportunities, 1 hit lifetime against Lidge. Fastball called strike 2 and 1.
Now that he's gotten the four-seamer down and in, look for him to go outside now.
Now the 2-2 pitch. That's up high. Molina stays off.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
Here comes the full count pitch from Lidge. Back behind first. And he's on. That's the go-ahead run. Just kind of lean in, Steve, and slap that thing the other way on that kind of pitch.
Well, you can't pull that pitch. If you do, it's going to be a ground ball to short. You want to punch it to right field. He's one of the best at doing it.
Runners at first and third with 2 away. There's a strike from Lidge, now 0-1.
It's important for that pitcher to get the first strike in there. Now he can go in a number of different directions.
Too far inside, 1-1. That misses down in the zone, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. 2-1 delivery, a fastball, taken for a call, strike 2.
Well, the hitter lays off this one and takes the strike, realizing not a pitch he wants in this situation.
The 2-2 pitch. Smashes that one towards the shortstop. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
But Gary, the Phillies did a lot right in this ball game today, and they're going home the victors, feeling pretty good about the way they played.
Now it's time to present our player of the game. And Roy Halladay, what a game we saw from you.
Well, the heat was flowing in this game today. This pitcher came right out there with that great fastball and challenged these hitters. He did give up the 1 earned run, but the offense gave him just enough support that he needed to get a very impressive win.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game, a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.
And until next time, this is Gary Thorne, along with John Truck and Steve Phillips. We'll catch you at the yard.
Promises you said, but can already tell that you've been going